Welcome back to the Kansas Jayhawks Dynasty here, episode 33, as we take on our fourth straight Big 12 matchup here today against a top-ranked Oklahoma team, number 2 in the nation. They have the best passing offense, or the second best passing offense as far as yards, and the fourth for passing touchdowns. Their rushing offense is virtually non-existent, but today we're going to have to defend both of them very efficiently if we want any chance to pull off this upset. So far through the first two seasons, we have not even come close to beating this Oklahoma team, losing by a combined score of about 35 in both games. This team has had our number in every aspect of the game, but today we have another chance to pull off one of the biggest upsets in Big 12 history if we can take down this massively overpowered Oklahoma team, led by quarterback Spencer Rattler, still in this universe. But today, Conrad Hawley will face off head-to-head against Rattler and see who the better quarterback is. Other than that, we currently sit on a 3-game win streak where we are 3-2 overall, and another win would be excellent to put us on track for a bowl game as we get underway here. 1st and 10, getting the ball first to start the game. Hawley is going to give it to Neal, and that speed on the defensive side of the ball is going to be scary for this Jayhawks offense. 2nd and 7, Hawley out of the center position wants to sling it outside to Luke Grimm, and he's going to have 11 yards on the play. A few plays later down the field, now 1st and 10 again. Hawley firing downfield again, and he's got Cardell. That time he's brought down for about 9 yards. So that would bring up a 2nd and 1 for Devin Neal to get the ball. And with great blocking on that right side by Trevor Cardell, he's able to get 5 yards, more than enough for the first down. So a 1st and 10 with a little over 5 minutes. Hawley lets go of it, and it's almost intercepted. Had a man open across the middle of the field, but the pressure got to him. And now a 2nd and 10. Right after that play, Hawley rolling out, and he's got Tristan Golatly on the slant. 12 yards as he cuts it upfield. So 1st and 10 now inside the 20-yard line. Hawley's going to call an audible. It's going to be a play action. Wants to throw it. Goes outside, and he's intercepted in the end zone. This one was by the cornerback Washington, and Rattler and company will come right out onto the field now as he's going to give it to his running back Scott, who's got a lot of room on the right side and makes a man miss out there with a juke. And Jonquay Lewis misses the tackle as Jacoby Bryant finally slows him down enough for Patrick Scott, those 68 yards, as Romello Dotson finally pushes him out of bounds. Now 2nd and 4 just a few plays later. Rattler, 2 plays on this drive, and a touchdown outside to Cody Jackson for 6 yards. And the Sooners strike just like that. Less than half away in this first quarter as we sit at 3 minutes now on a 3rd and 1 as Hawley goes outside to Smith, looking to avoid a turnover on this drive. 2nd and 6 now, a little under 2 minutes remain. Hawley is going to throw this one again as he's forced to roll out, wants to go downfield, but he can't get rid of it in time. He's going to lose 9 on the play. So we're dwindling down close to that 1 minute mark. 1:22 now in this first quarter. 3rd and 14. Hawley looking to throw, and it's almost intercepted. That one was in triple coverage on Trevor Cardell as the zone coverage was too tough for Hawley to read. So now a 1st and 10 for Rattler and company on the very next drive as he's going to get it to Jaleel Farouk, who's got a nice 12-yard gain. So a few plays later, 3rd and 2. Patrick Scott to the right of Rattler. This time it's a pass again. He goes outside to his fullback, Fine, and James Fine's going to get 8 yards on that play, setting up a 3rd and 4 still inside the 30-yard line, right around at the 27. This time, though, Rattler wants to throw the screenplay, and he's got Scott in the flats. Will he get there? He does. 6 yards as he's just barely tripped up too late on that one, and a Jayhawks defense cannot get this Sooner team off the field. Now Rattler on 1st and 10, firing outside to Farouk again. 15 yards on the out route. 3rd and goal now. In the second quarter, 6:24. Rattler out of the shotgun, wants to throw. Scott beside him. Rattler tries to run, and he's brought down. Loses 1 on the play, and that would bring up a short field goal. This one's from about maybe 10 yards out, 15 yards out, something like that. And he's going to get that one through, and the Sooners lead is pushed now 10-0 halfway through this second quarter, and now the Jayhawks on a 3rd and 11, going to go deep downfield, and he's got Grimm past the defenders down to the 20-yard line. 55 yards on the play, so a 1st and 10 directly after that. Hawley wanting to keep the momentum on our side. Little over 5 minutes remain. It's a read option, and Hawley gets busted in the backfield, losing 3 on the play. And here we are, 3rd and 13. Conrad Hawley all alone in the backfield, looking to get at least something on this drive. He launches downfield, and it's almost caught for a touchdown by James Smith. But instead, a 4th and 14 is what they will settle for here. Hawley all alone in the backfield. He calls an audible. Looks like the same play as before. He's going deep to Smith again. Got one-on-one, and it's broken up. Jayhawks turnover on downs as the Sooners will get the ball right back here with 4:19 remaining in the quarter. Rattler calling a man in motion here on 1st and 10. Finding his man Jackson across the middle. Missed tackle by Lewis, and he's off into the open field. Nobody's going to catch him. 61 yards. As the Sooners lead is now 17-0 with 3:59 remaining in this second quarter, as Devin Neal finally getting the ball back on track with a 6-yard run there, setting up a 3rd and 4. Hawley out of the shotgun, though he does have Neal to his right. Looking to throw it this time, fires to Smith, who lunges forward for the 1st down. He's got a 5-yard catch there. So Hawley, this time though on 3rd and 21, is all alone. After a sack on 2nd down, let's see what he can do. Looking to launch downfield, and he's got a man open who falls out of bounds, but he's got a foot down. And Luke Grimm with an outstanding catch there to get this Jayhawks ball moving downfield in positive direction, as they have struggled to get anything consistently going. But on 3rd and 21, Luke Grimm comes through. So now a 1st and 10 as Hawley calls an audible. Out of the shotgun all alone again. He slings downfield to Wilson, who's open, and a beautiful spin move into the end zone. 45 yards for Trevor Wilson, who has not played much at all this year. But in one of his first scenes on the field, he's able to get a touchdown. So now 3rd and 6 for Rattler on the ensuing possession. 1.5 minutes remains in the second quarter as they try to move that clock down and get this game into halftime. The Sooners will get the ball first to come out in that second half. Now 5 seconds on the play clock. Rattler is going to snap it with 2. It's a pass play. Looking to go downfield. Got his man outside, and Jackson makes the grab. 17-7 is the score now. 1:15 in the second quarter as Jackson went out of bounds. Rattler this time fakes it to Scott, and he's got nowhere to go. Loses 5 on the play. Beautiful pressure up the middle there by the defensive line. So a little over a minute remains now on a 1st and 10. Rattler looking to go downfield, and he's got his man Jackson, who's brought down by the face mask. So on a 3rd and goal, Rattler looking into the end zone. He's got it. Grant Burnett, the wide receiver, the tall wide receiver there with an easy touchdown. The Sooners come out in this third quarter up 24-7 on a 2nd and 10. Rattler looks to throw downfield, and he's intercepted. Mayberry jumps the route trying to get outside, and he can't get past the 30. But a huge turn of events there, now at the 31-yard line, and then a few plays later, 2nd and 4. Hawley out of the shotgun, finds his man Neal on the wheel route, and he gets hit hard as soon as he brings that one in, but it's a 9-yard catch, and the Jayhawks offense is in excellent position. That interception gives them new life in this game as Devin Neal's got it up the middle and down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, now 3rd and goal after that 14-yard run. Hawley out of the shotgun, he's got Hickson to his right, Neal to his left. 3rd and goal. Calling all kinds of audibles, wants to throw. He's got Hickson across the middle who's going to get into the end zone. Looked like he might have been short by about half a yard, but they're going to call it a touchdown, and wait, they overturn it. So on 4th and goal, give it to Devin Neal, who's got the touchdown. What a turn of events there, as we thought we had it at first, and luckily Devin Neal is able to get it right back on that next play. So the Sooners now only up by 10. Looking to throw it again. No, it's a read option. Rattler weaving in and out of traffic as he's finally brought down around the 44-yard line. But on a 3rd and 11, the Sooners need a 1st down here to take this momentum away from the Jayhawks. Rattler looking outside, and he's got a man outside. And Jaleel Farouk with the easy catch right there. Now 4:05 remains in the quarter. Rattler looking to throw downfield, and he's got his man, Burnett. Went on the corner route, nobody was there, and a 17-yard touchdown for the Sooners as they extend their lead now 31-14. Hawley rolling outside and's got Cardell into the open field. Down around the 40-yard line, probably around the 38 or the 42-yard line, excuse me. 2nd and 6 now, though, for Hawley. Rolling out and finds James Smith, who gets hit hard and fumbles, but it's recovered by Stephen McBride for a 7-yard reception there by James Smith. So a 3rd and 5 now. Hawley on the read option gives it to Neal, who doesn't get the first down. Just barely brought down short, and they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Pesic Hickson gets it, and he's flipped in the air. Loses a yard on the play, and Amari Pesic Hickson had to literally just fall forward for that one. And unfortunately, the Sooners will get the ball back now with a minute and a half remaining in the quarter. 1st and 10. Rattler looking to throw, fires across the middle. Jackson breaks a tackle, and he's got 13 yards on the play. So now time is getting down in this third quarter. A little over a minute remains. 1st and 10. Rattler looking to throw, firing down the middle of the field, and he's got Marvin Mims. Mayberry tried to jump the route, and Mims running into the end zone for a 74-yard touchdown strike as Rattler throws his 5th touchdown of the day, and the Jayhawks desperately need something here. 1st and 10. Hawley finds Cardell, who gets lit up for 6 yards. And the final play of the quarter, it looks like 2 seconds on the clock. They get the snap off, rolling out, and he's got Luke Grimm for a 12-yard catch. So they open the fourth quarter now, 2nd and 10 at around the 20-yard line. Hawley looking to throw, goes outside to McBride, who grabs it and into the end zone. Dangerous pass, but it pays off as McBride gets that one into the end zone. Now down 18 on a 2nd and 3. Rattler keeps it himself, and he fumbles, but it's picked up by Burnett, and Grant Burnett is going to get them a 4-yard first down run. So on 3rd and 5, the Jayhawks need a stop here to keep any hope alive. Rattler looking to throw, and he's brought down. Loses 7 on the play. Jayhawks have a chance. It's very slim with 5:39 remaining, but on 3rd and 10, Hawley gives the ball to Golightly, and he trusts him with all of his heart as he gets 17 on the play. So 1st and 10 now. Hawley with a play action again, looking to throw downfield, and he's got Cardell on the out route, who's just barely tripped up after 14 yards. Now Hawley again under center on a 1st and 10. Another play action, it looks like. Rolling out, nobody's open until Cardell in the end zone. 18 yards on the play as Trevor Cardell possibly makes the biggest play of the night. The 2-point conversion was no good, but nevertheless, it's an 11-point game. Hawley or Rattler out of the shotgun, going to throw it, and it's intercepted. This time it's Trey Staley with the huge interception as he jumps the route on the running back corner route. And now 2nd and 7 on the next Jayhawks possession. They need a touchdown here, obviously, with 4:43 remaining. 3rd and 2 now. The clock is winding down. Hawley's going to give it to Neal, who's got the first down, and he's down there around the 6-yard line. So a 2nd and goal. And here we go. Hawley out of the shotgun, rolling around, trying not to get sacked, and he gets tripped up. Conrad Hawley loses 6 on the play, and the Jayhawks would settle for the easy part here. A quick field goal with 3:42 remaining brings this down to an 8-point game as the Jayhawks try their best to claw out of this hole. Now 3rd and 8, gonna be a screen to Patrick Scott, and the Jayhawks use their first timeout to get down 2:44 remaining as they get a 1st and 10. Hawley has an opportunity here to lead one of the biggest drives of his career. 17 yards to start the drive. 2nd and 4, way down the field at around the 25-yard line. Hawley rolling around, looking for a first down. Nobody's open, slings it at the last second, and Billy Bowman was in coverage. So 4th and 4, a minute 41 remains. Hawley looking for the first down. That's all he needs. He finds Smith at the last second. 7 yards on the play. So first and goal with a minute and a half remaining. Hawley out of the shotgun, rolling around, falling backwards, and he's sacked. Loses 15 on the play, and now a third and goal as they just have a few plays left to get this. A minute left, and it's batted down as the Jayhawks now have one final play to decide if they are going to win this game or not. Conrad Hawley on fourth and goal slings it outside, and it's intercepted. That one had no hope the entire way. Kansas, maybe better luck next time. We started in a massive hole, tried our best to claw out of it, and we did as good as possible against this highly ranked Oklahoma team, led by Heisman quarterback Spencer Rattler. 5 touchdowns for him today. He had an excellent performance, and unfortunately the home crowd would not see an upset as the Jayhawks now fall to 3-3 on the season. Obviously, we weren't expected to win this game against Oklahoma, and I feel like Conrad Hawley played decent. I mean, he broke the record for most passing yards for the school in a game. 36 completions out of 57 attempts. He had almost 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 4 interceptions. One of those was at the end of the first half and just a heave. And then the last one at the end of the game was just a Hail Mary as well. So I don't really hold 2 of those accountable against him, especially with how well he has played up into this point in the season. But unfortunately, we weren't able to come out on top. I mean, obviously, Devin Neal could have played better. 19 for 69 and a touchdown. Conrad Hawley did get sacked a good bit. Receiving-wise, we were fine. Trevor Cardell had 7 receptions for 119 yards. Luke Grimm, 6 for 139. So they were doing everything they could just to try and get by in this game. And at the end of the day, we were just outmatched. And unfortunately, it puts us in a tight position as far as the conference standings go, because now that puts us at, I believe, 2-1. So we lose our undefeated standing for conference games. So that puts us now tied for last place in our division with Kansas State again. But we still have the opportunity to play all these teams later on in the season. But for now, we need to focus on our next opponent, which is going to be the 1-5 Iowa State Cyclones. Iowa State has fallen off the face of the earth. They're led by a new quarterback, Deckers, who has 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions so far this year. They no longer have Breece Hall, so I think that has a lot to do with why they've fallen off. Obviously, you can see they lost to Toledo, or they beat Toledo 34-16 to open the season. Then they lose to Iowa pretty badly by 15. Then they lose to Oklahoma by about 13, Oklahoma State by a touchdown, Florida by a touchdown, and Texas Tech by about 11. So Iowa State hasn't had an easy schedule to begin the season. 2 high-ranked teams and a couple unranked teams that are very quality teams. Oklahoma State, Iowa, and Texas Tech all have great teams. And Texas Tech was top 10 last year, so that could have been a fluke for them, but it appears that they might have fallen off a little bit. But here we are. We're sitting at 3-3. They sit at 1-5. Theoretically, it should be an easy win for us, but here we got to go into Iowa to play them, so it's not going to be easy no matter what. And before we sign off on this video, I wanted to just appreciate Conrad Hawley. Before this game with the 4 interceptions, he had, 6 touchdowns to 1 interception. Just a great way for him to start the season, and that's a little crazy. They both have 81 completions. That's interesting, but Conrad Hawley, I mean, we benched him, and I expected him maybe to come in a little rusty and mad that we benched him, but he's come in, and he's played quality minutes over Maurice Butler, who was struggling to begin the season. So hopefully he can lead us to the promised land. Will we be able to get ranked before the end of the season for the first time in the series? I don't know, but it would be something that I'm really pushing for us to be able to do this year. Thank you guys, as always, for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button and subscribe. Helps me out so much, and I want to continue making these videos for you guys, and I'll see you next time down or up there in Iowa as we take on the Iowa State Cyclones.